Hey guys, so Lord here, back again with another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Universal Monsters Leonardo as the creature of the Black Lagoon. This course is brought to us by the fine folks over at NECA Toys, as well as my good buddy Evil Villain, who is nice enough to work out a trade with me so I could get a hold of this figure, because this sumbitch sold out damn near everywhere and I thought I was gonna miss it. That said, it would help if my local stores didn't suck, but you know, I at least came across Werewolf Raphael. Review coming tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, as always, I will leave a link in the description below to Evil Villain's Instagram, so you can head on over there, give him a follow, let him know Overlord Productions sent you. But as always, don't be a yarkafasa, or I will find you. You will not like the consequences, I assure you. And for those of you who think this is going to be another Evil Villain marathon, it's not. I know for a while I reviewed a bunch of stuff he sent me, and while that will probably eventually at some point in the possibly distant future happen again, it's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week. But I do have that King Spawn from the McFarlane Toys new Spawn line to review still, and he did hook that up as well. So I'm going to bust a review out for that at some point. But for the foreseeable future anyways, it's not going to be an Evil Villain marathon. Something here and there, maybe. Especially if we get into the Turtles of Grayskull line, which, yeah, talk about hard to find. The whole damn thing. So, with that being said, let's go right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all that creature of the Black Lagoon, Leonardo, has to offer in terms of accessories. And, not gonna lie, it's kind of a lot. There's a decent amount of stuff in the box, so let's cut right to the chase and take a look-see at all that, shall we? Let's. So he comes with a pair of grip hands with the inappropriate hinge for holding weapons, but, you know, it is what it is. Got those. He's got a pair of open, not really open, but relaxed flipper hands there. He's got his trademark katanas, but the twist is they are harpoons. And unfortunately, only one of these stores on the back. You can kind of get it into the netting. He is caught in there. But this one with the fish, I'll probably display him holding that. That said, you do also get a little baggie of stuff. And in that baggie, you get this line of buoys and whatever these are and whatnots. Kind of reminds me of something a Predator would have, to be honest with you. Except it's not adorned with skulls and bones, it's just little beads there. You can wrap this around him and probably get that other harpoon on his back, but it'll probably look a little funky. And we also get this little bone claw weapon. Goes on his left wrist, I think. I'm not mistaken, that's the side it goes on. It's not really designated for one side over the other, but I tend to put it on the left side, and the harpoon in his right hand. And then he comes with a little baggie of extra hooks and buoys and things. These are staying in the bag, alright? I don't care how much I like you guys, you cannot pay me to take these out and hang them off this figure. It's not happening, alright? It's not happening! And then he comes with the best accessory ever, a little pet Mitch McConnell, because he owns the master license for the Turtles. And for those of you who don't understand humor, that is called a joke. Because fuck that old bastard. Either way, comes this little turtle here. It's kind of a big turtle, but there you go. Cool little turtle. No articulation on that guy, but, you know, it's a nice piece. I'll add it to the Overlord Zoo. How about that? How about that, bitch? So, taking a closer look at the creature here. He's got this netting caught on him here, which kind of looks like the, specifically the 2012, if I move this out of the way, yeah, the 2012 era Turtles Leo harness, where it's got like the 2 straps going over the one shoulder. As opposed to having, I think he usually has 2, right? Donnie's the one with the 1 strap, but either way, looks good. He's got his fish lips there. I wish he came with the alt head that was a little bit more pissed off looking, but you never know, he doesn't look happy to be here. He's all, that said, he's got his bandana, his banana there. That does rotate, but I will tell you, I have his neck kinked a little bit, because this thing was caught on his fin. Like this loop here, this little, that goes over this fin, and when it does that, you cannot rotate it independently from all this business going on in his noggin. So, you know, that's some food for thought. He does get a decent amount of range out of the head, all things considered. His neck, of course, rotates. I have it kinked sideways because, again, the banana. Shoulders can go out a little bit, not too far, but I think far enough. You go back down, they rotate forward and back. He's got a swivel at the upper elbow as well as the lower elbow, and of course that is a NECA double joint, kind of a pinless joint there. He does have swivel in the wrist with a hinge. Won't tell you the grip hand fits in there a little tighter than these open hands. But I like the creepy monster hands. I digs them. Putting that, actually, hold on, I'll do this side. The legs can kick out to the side, pretty decent. They're on ball pegs, it appears, but I will tell you, they are very tight. And kicking forward's a little scary, but it does feel like a clicky ratchet joint. I don't think it is. It is a ratchet, or a ball peg that is low-key slip sticking. So I'm gonna hit that with some soap. My mummy Mikey was just like this, so I know how to deal with that. A little soap, it will loosen that right up and make it bata smooth. That said, he does have a thigh cut. That works just fine. He's got a double jointed knee. That works just fine. Wow, that's more bend than I got. Well, I wasn't using the bottom joint. I was just using the top one, which doesn't get a ton of range. His knee pads also are not glued in. I'm not sure why that is, or why they ever glued them in the first place, but, you know, something to note. He does have a swivel at the knee, only the top knee. And then as far as the feet go, he's got the rocker as well as the hinge. That is pretty tight. And he's got pig holes at the bottom of the feet. I want to throw him on a stand. But really cool looking figure. I like him a lot. Let's actually try to get some stuff on him. And normally this is something I cut, but since this is just a 2-clip video, this shouldn't take too terribly long here. So what I like to do, I like to pop this up and over the banana here. Which can be easier said than done, if I'm being honest with you. And you want to be careful with this. You don't want to stretch it too far and mess it up. Because once you get it over, it's fine. It's not going anywhere. Adjust this. I'm gonna put it on backwards. I think I did. Alright. I put this on a specific way. Yeah, this is the way I put it on. Put it on this way. You're probably wondering, what is the significance of putting it on one way or the other? Because I did it one way and it looked good that way, and that's how it's gonna be, alright? You get your own channel, make your own damn videos. Get your own damn channel, make your own damn videos, and you can tell me. How to put stuff on figures. There we go. I like to have this little nub right there. Work this thing down. What is this caught on here? Alright, let me pop this back behind the camera for a second, because this is caught on something. There we go. It's caught on his fin, I think. What I like to do is this little buoy down here on his waist. I like to pop this up and over. And it holds it on there pretty well. And I like to stretch this over the belt. Well, not really stretch, but set it over the belt like this. It sits on there pretty good. It's not too tight, it's not too loose. You adjust it a little bit. It works fine. Almost looks like there's a designated area on the fin for it to rest in. So that's cool. But there you go. There he is with the line of buoys on him. The next thing we'll do, we'll put on that bone claw thing. So I'll pop this hand off. It'd be easier said than done, to be honest with you. We'll take the bone and claw here. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? There it is. Take the bone claw. Bend his arm. Clamp this around his wrist. I did have to heat this, get this on the first time, but it should go on. Okay, now, there we go. Pop his hand back on. Hand back on. There we go. Bend that arm back down. Like that. Like that. This is a bone claw. And then last but not least, I like to put the harpoon with the just a regular harpoon. It doesn't have a passenger on it. Through the fishnets on his back here. Gonna screw up that fishing line there. And there is your creature of the Black Lagoon, Leo, all geared up, ready to go. It took a minute. My apologies, but the struggle is real. It's very real. It's a bit of a pain in the nuts. There we go. I'll just leave that off there. That way I can have a little bit more loose. Alright, there we go. So there is our creature Leo, all geared up, ready to go. Normally I'll put the sword in one hand, the other sword in the other hand, but that's going to take a minute because I got to hair dry that up. But there he is. Actually move him over and bring in his past self, the big Chungus himself, Leonardo as the Hunchback. And this thing, I swear, He's a motherfucking potato, for crying out loud. This thing is literally a glorified paperweight. He is so damn thick. Like, look at how thick this guy is. He's almost as thick as he is wide. That's how thick this guy is. But, well, I do like this figure. I like this Leo as the creature a lot more. And, I'm going to be honest with you, if any of these TMNT Universal Monster crossover figures are going to make a top figures of 2023 video, when I decide to do that, that is, it'll probably be this one. Not gonna lie. But before we wrap this up, let's bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legions by the Mandibulas. Right there. And the infamous... Okay. Livid Spawn. Who, as usual... A little bit of a pan up there. Is taller than everyone. But again, the turtles are meant to be shorter than humans, so that makes sense. So, with that being said, it is time now that we wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and I'm going to stand by my previous statement in saying that good old creature of the Black Lagoon, Leonardo here, is by far one of my favorite releases in this TMNT Universal Monsters crossover line, and if any of the TMNT Universal Monsters crossover figures are going to make it in my top action figures of 2023 video, which I do plan to make at some point. When that'll be, I really can't say. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but hey, at the end of the day, better late than never, I suppose, right? I don't know, I'm looking at the glass half full, because this is most likely going to be the TMNT Universal Monsters crossover figure that makes it into that video when and if I decide to do it. Well, more or less when, because I do want to do it, but it's just a matter of when. When, boy, when! So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.